Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, I'm gonna put the live thing on now. Hello, everybody. Constantine, you want to say hi?
Hello, everybody. Great seeing you all here. Hope you can hear me.
They can hear you.
I
uh,
usually can't.
that's because the plugin breaks, and I forget the. I don't know why the plugin breaks now. It's really frustrating, but it should be working now. Okay, so we're live. Hey, Exit, do you want to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Exit.
How are you doing, Exit?
Uh, I'm starved because I was really hoping my Chinese food would get here before we started, and it didn't. I'm a little bit sad, not gonna
Oh,
lie.
what'd you order?
Ginger beef, which I think is like a thing around here. I don't think most people have it. Um, and let me see. I'm pretty plain, like dumplings and um I got lemon chicken today, which I normally don't get. They have this like spicy chicken thing that I get. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm pretty plain.
lemon chicken's pretty good. I've
Oh
never
yeah.
had ginger beef. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm trying to imagine what a ginger beef sauce would taste like. Is it like a garlic sauce but with ginger?
yeah, basically like a soy sauce base garlic sauce but with ginger and then like fried beef strips.
Gotcha. That sounds good.
It's delicious. It's totally I live near Calgary, Alberta, and it was apparently created here. And so you only really get it around this area.
Right. Yeah, we have like around where I live, we have like Mongolian beef is pretty popular, which I guess it sounds similar to be honest, except it would be garlic based, I guess, instead of ginger.
I like pretty much everything. I'm fairly convinced I should have been born in Asia somewhere. So, like, you have to find things that I don't like, really.
There you go. Um, well, the okay, I just want to throw this out first. Do either of you have like uh happy news? Because I don't. I don't have any happy news. All the news I have is sad. Uh, so
I have, let's say, we saw the Zaluzhny today, so there were a lot of rumors that Russia was spreading regarding him being wounded, dead, or whatever.
well,
And today he showed up, so it's good news.
that's good news. Uh,
And there's the ship that, like, possibly, maybe
Yeah,
has some damage that we don't really know for sure, but like, surely somebody's gonna get a picture sometime soon, right?
yes.
um, Constantine, I tried to open your video and it's giving me like a million errors.
Why? What type of errors? Too large, or what is
No,
it?
it says your input cannot be opened. Your input cannot be opened just thousands of times.
But you can open it in the Telegram itself, right?
Actually, I can't. Oh yeah, I can. I can't. Sort of.
Just make sure the sound goes through.
Anyways, so okay, so there are a few news items lately. Um, uh, there's two main ones that I'm going to talk about today, and they involve a dam being destroyed and a this position right here in Pervomaisky. In fact, both of these news items are basically about the Pervomaisky area. Um, but other news items that I guess I can go through quickly because I don't really know what to say about them. First, in Berdyansk, we have well, this happened. Uh, no, that's not Berdyansk. This is Berdyansk. Well, this happens. There's a big explosion. Um, it was preceded by Russian air defense firing missiles that they claim to have shot things down, but then there's that, and then there was also this, which was shortly after that explosion. There's things on fire. I'm not playing audio right now, but there's popping sounds like things cooking off. Maybe gas tanks. Who knows? Maybe ammo. So that happened in Berdyansk, and this is also the thumbnail for today's video. Is Berdyansk. So this is the thumbnail. It's Elmo, and he wants to know what air defense is doing. So that is the thumbnail, and so that happened in Berdyansk. There's not much that I can say about what happened here, because there's really no information other than something exploded. It may have happened near the port, or maybe it didn't. I don't know what exploded. I don't know what made it explode, but something exploded in Berdyansk. And moving on from there, earlier today in Novokamyanka, Ukraine did some sort of strike here using some weapon. This is relatively far. Seems like it could be a Gimler sort of situation, perhaps a drone. Not really sure what hit it. It's possible this might even be within like MLRS range, maybe. I'm not really sure. But anyways, they hit something here, and it made the Russians sad. Then tonight, many hours later, like 8 hours later, they hit Bilmok with what I read was 5 Gimlers hit Bilmok. So that's that region. In Tokmak, there were also strikes in the northern part of the town, or northern part of the city. Not really sure where, but they hit somewhere. And I don't think this happened anymore. Vasilivka, I think that was misinformation. But I've heard from multiple sources that Prishib got hit by up to 4 Gimlers tonight. People were saying that happened in Vasilivka, but I think they meant Vasilivka district, which Prishib is in. So then moving on, south of Melitopol, recently, like in the past hour or something, there is unconfirmed reports of a strike in this what is this Pryazovska or whatever it's called. Anyway, so this town here, Russia has been using it to live in. They more or less evicted most of the inhabitants of this town last year sometime, like in November or so. And in around to that same time in November, Russian soldiers basically moved into most of the houses in this town. So this is basically kind of like a military village at this point. And tonight it apparently got hit by something. I don't even know what this would be. It's pretty long range. Earlier today, there was a story that somewhere, I believe they said somewhere near Polohi, or I'm not really sure where, Ukraine claimed to have shot down an Su-25 and damaged a second one. And the second one went down to land in Melitopol and crashed and exploded. So that happened in Melitopol. Now, that's kind of the major news of today. So, and then in Hola Pristan, Ukraine apparently blew up an SPG, or a group of SPGs. They claim anyway. I haven't seen photographic proof of that. And
can you tell the not a military girl what an SPG is, please?
It's a self-propelled gun, like a howitzer.
Yep.
Okay, so the kind of
Did they say SPG like in Ukrainian SPG, or was it it said the artillery piece or howitzer?
It just said it was a self-propelled gun.
Oh. Yeah, because
It didn't specify.
SPG, if you write SPG in Ukrainian or Russian, you will get SPG, which is anti-tank gun, anti-tank RPG.
Yeah, it just said self-propelled gun.
Which,
It didn't specify what type. It said up to a battery was destroyed. Okay, so moving on from that, I guess I could get into the Russian strikes, because people get upset when I don't cover the Russian strikes. There was a strike in this town, Adnorbivka. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, this town is annoying because there's two of them right next to each other and they're on the same road, and it's really hard to tell them apart. But I did a lot of research today, and it was in fact this one that got hit by a missile. Anyway, there was a guided bomb trapped on it. Now, moving on, I should get rid of that. I should, anyway, make that back into Russia because Ukraine's not there anymore. But anyway, Sirkuni got hit by an S-300. Ploski got hit by a drone, I believe. It was probably a Shaheed, I believe. It hit a farm. They hit a farm drone. This town here got hit by a bomb. There's lots of.
I
just
have to
random
step out
towns hit
for a
by
moment.
bombs. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going through the basic news. None of this is super exciting. It's just people get upset with me if I don't talk about it. Karlivka got hit by a bomb. Ivano Derivka got hit by a bomb. So, and the Coke plant got hit by a bomb in Avdiivka. This bridge exploded that we're going to get to in a second. Marinka got hit by a bomb in the rear. They usually target the rear in that city with bombs. And Hulepol got hit by a bomb. And Olhivska got hit by a bomb. And Novodanilivka got hit by a bomb. And Marhanets got hit by a Shaheed. Okay, so, and Novoberislav got hit by a bomb. Okay, so I covered the bombs. People get really upset with me if I don't cover the Russian bombings. I think the Russian bombings are boring, but there's that. Okay, so
I
then
just appreciate that you say all the names of all the villages because I can't, so it's great.
I don't even know if I'm saying them right, to be honest. This airfield in Russia, this happened today. There was something in the air that got shot down. I don't know what this something is. It seems they said it was a Ukrainian missile. I kind of doubt that. It may have been a drone, maybe, I don't know. But something got shot down.
It didn't
Roughly.
really go boom, though.
No, it didn't. It seemed it just kind of burned away, didn't it?
Yeah.
Which makes me think it was probably like a drone or something that it just like caught on fire. But this is a military airfield that they're going after apparently. I believe I might be wrong. I'm not really sure anymore. I think this is where they keep some of their Tu-23 bombers, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I might be wrong. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Something was shot down there. So that's kind of the main news of the day. Now there's two really minor things to talk about.
Can I ask one question before you do that?
Sure.
Tokmak, does it get struck often?
Almost
by the
daily.
Ukrainians? Okay.
It's almost daily. That's why like I don't really know what to like. I don't know what to say. Like it gets hit like daily. I don't always. It's actually really rare that I know what they hit. So like it's just kind of like a missile hit something, and I don't know what, and I don't know what the consequences are, and that's all I have to say about it. So it's like.
But I say often that knowing what is normal is really important, and
Yeah.
so like when you then start to see things that are outside normal, then it makes you raise red flags that you need to understand. So
Yeah, so
I appreciate that that's normal.
they hit Tokmak pretty regularly. They hit this Mykolaiivka and Pryshiv area. Not always both, but like this general like two town area. They hit pretty much daily. And they are beginning to hit Bilmok pretty much daily. Bilmok and Tokmak are like, they're kind of like the equivalent, but on different sides of Zaporizhzhia. So like, but you could basically think of them as like on a strategic level, they're like interchangeable.
Because I have heard for many, many months that if you were going to make a run to Mariupol, that you would go through Tokmak. Is that an accurate thing that people keep saying to me?
To Mariupol or to
I thought so.
Melitopol. Melitopol, you would probably go through Tokmak. The thing about Tokmak is that this triangle here, that goes from Ploy to Tokmak to Vasilivka, is like pretty much the most heavily defended place in Ukraine. So attacking here is like almost suicidal. Bilmok is lesser defended. Russia is building increasingly more defenses around Bilmok, but it's lesser defended than Tokmak. And then there's this other town of Volnovakha, which is absolutely vital to Russia's defense. So this is kind of like the third town. So if you kind of go across, it's like Volnovakha, Bilmok, and Tokmak are like the three super important ones. And then there's also Mykolaievka. Anyway, so there's that one too. So those are kind of the four super major towns. And they all these highways run through them. Volnovakha is kind of it's what connects Mariupol and Donetsk. So it's not only the highway but also the trains. So it's super vital, and Russia has been doing everything in their power to defend it. It is well within Ukrainian artillery range, and Ukraine does target it very regularly, often with Gimlers. They have sniped all sorts of things here, whether they're warehouses or officers. They've shot them with their big Gimler sniper rifle. And a Gimler is shot by like a HIMARS. Okay, so
thank you.
that is the south there. So there's two minor things have happened recently. I have clarified my map around Ivanivska and Klishchiivka. So Russia controls this defensive position, which Adam released a video of themselves attacking this position, not on foot, with artillery. So they attacked this position with artillery. So I guess I'll show it on the other map where it's just easier to see. Okay, I'm going to turn all this off so it's just easy as possible to see.
So that's up the hill that we were talking about the last time I was here.
Yeah, so
okay,
it kind of connects the two hills, sort of, because there's this hill here that Ukraine just captured, basically. They finished capturing it yesterday, this hill. And then there's this hill over here, which is, to Klishchiivka. So this is kind of like the midway point between them. And this is Russia's current defensive position. It's actually, they defend this square. This is kind of empty. In fact, this isn't really empty. It's full of destroyed Russian vehicles. There's so many. Like, I wish I saved that Adam video. I didn't think I was going to talk about it today. But the Adam video, they have a drone that's like hovering right here. And it looks down in this box, and there's like 50 destroyed vehicles in it, and it pans over, and there's just like 100 more right there. There's just so many destroyed vehicles, but they're not necessarily recently destroyed. They just destroyed over the past few months. So, but anyways, so this defensive position is held by Russia, and they kind of control this whole forest strip. and Ukraine controls this right here, and Russia controls this forest strip. So that's kind of the front line right now. So it's right here and right there. And then if I look at my map again, here, I will make this less intensely red because it's kind of annoying. Okay. There. So there. So Russia controls this forest strip and this forest strip and this forest strip and this position, and Ukraine controls this forest strip and this forest strip, and they're trying to push into Klishchiivka. So I imagine that Ukraine is going to try to push down this forest strip and probably try to capture this T intersection, and then probably push east from there. And they're probably going to try to take this position from the Russians and collapse them back into these bigger forest strips. And I imagine they will try to attack Klishchiivka from the west, which is exactly what Russia did when they captured it, because Russia came up. They came up this forest strip up here. Here, I'll just turn everything off so it's easier to see. Russia came up this forest strip here, and then moved across, and then moved across to here, and then moved in, and that's how they captured it. And I think Ukraine is basically doing the same strategy. They're just going to go down here, across, and in. I think that's basically what's going to happen. But it could take weeks at this point. Now, moving on south, I clarified my map that Ukraine definitely controls this position, as the video I showed on Tuesday had Ukraine controlling this position. I had it as a gray area. I wasn't really sure who had it. And then, well, they definitely control it now, obviously. And they also captured this video, this position right here that we saw in the video where Ukraine captured 22 Russian soldiers, including a few officers. That happened right here. So Ukraine definitely controls both of these positions. Now to get into this position here, which is super fascinating. So here is the video that I want to talk about. Okay, so I'll just first play the video, and we'll just all watch it together. So this has a very obvious trench line that's pretty distinctive. Okay, so this is a drone hitting a person, apparently. So that.
But it did not strike the person, I think.
Well, that doesn't. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, to whatever.
I think they
YouTube,
missed.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. To whoever is looking at this, who works for YouTube, no one was hurt in the making of this video. It missed, and Constantine just said so. See?
It's like, have you seen that video today Russia published how they struck hangars with Ukrainian vehicles? They said like they dropped 3 bombs, and those 3 bombs drop anywhere but on the hangars.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. Yeah, they used that word that I can't use on YouTube because the word's banned from YouTube. But it's that word that's banned from YouTube followed by the word bomb. That's the type of bomb it is. You can't even describe it because the word's banned. Because if we say the word, we're gonna get like banned from YouTube. Ugh, it's so frustrating. Anyways, so this position, to geolocate this position, first there is this crater here. This crater is interesting. It's rather large. It's about half the size of this feature over here. And then we move in and we see this feature, which has a distinctive shape to it. You see that it kind of goes out in this curve and it comes back in and has like a second curve. So now we can go to this position here where it goes out in this curve and then it has another curve. So we see there's a little hill in the middle, which you can see in the video. This hill, as it flies in, it gets, you can see whatever this is. I have no idea what this is. Do you know what this is? Is it like, I don't even know. I have no clue what this material is. But anyway.
It's like gravel pit.
Maybe a gravel pit. Okay. Anyway, there's this like hill here, and you see it on the map, a little hill with this distinctive shape. This is the location. So now this this crater comes into question. So I will have to scroll up and grab a photograph real quick. Where's the stupid photograph? Okay. So one sec. I probably should have prepared this earlier, but I forgot to.
Constantine, like I know over here we would have like random gravel pit areas kind of that would just be off the side of the road. Is that something you would see in farmland in Ukraine?
Yeah, same. Like when there is, some road services, they usually keep at some, some of the road building materials like sand, gravel, piles along the way. But it does not look like this is a paved road where you would have that. So I think it may be something else. Just dump truck just dumped something there. I don't know.
I was thinking about more like a farmer just happened to have a gravel, like an actual gravel pit on his land and that he borrows from often, but I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest. It does not look like a farmer's land to me, but I honestly don't know. Maybe it's just sand, or I don't know. Maybe it's the excavator. When the excavator was making this trench, he just put all that into the middle, all the excavated ground.
So this is the same position on March 14th. There is no crater. And this is the same position on May 3rd, and there is a crater. Unfortunately, there's no imagery between March 14th and May 3rd because every single day was cloudy. So that's what we have to deal with. So at some point between March 3rd or March 14th and May 3rd, this crater appeared. So this video has to have been taken after March. Now, the key thing to note is that this position was originally captured on at the latest possible date. It was captured on February 27th. So this video is after Ukraine lost this position. So that gives us something to think about. Now we can, this video doesn't really do a good job showing it. There's a second video. Let me find the second video. Now there's an issue here that we don't necessarily know who this video is targeting, except this. So, Constantine, if you were to guess, who do you think the soldier is fighting for in this image?
They look like Russians.
They look like Russians. When I first saw this video, that's immediately what I thought, that this was a Russian.
But I mean, it's not enough to identify. Maybe you see something else like white strips or red strips, but hard to see. Can you scroll back where we see a bit more? Is that it? I mean,
this is
the best, right?
This is the video. I don't know what to say. So here's the thing: is that when I first saw this video, I thought this was a video of a Ukrainian drone attacking Russians. That was
But
my
it's Russian drone attacking Russians.
well. Here, that's the thing: is that I don't know. Okay, so but my first impression.
Which direction is the? Well, it doesn't matter actually.
Yeah, well, it's attacking from. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because on
but
FPV drones you do circles.
yeah, you fight a circle. So it's attacking basically this way. But it's possible that a drone could have. I mean, I don't actually know the range. I think this would be in range. Like if you launched a drone from like up here or up here, you could like fly the drone out probably like this, and
You can
attack
turn
that way.
around it right near the position. I've seen a lot of FPV
Yeah,
videos where they turn around right on top of the position.
Yeah.
Like they need 50
You-
meters to turn around.
you could probably fly it from here and go like that and attack. So the direction of attack it doesn't matter, but it is coming from the southeast, and it's attacking people in the north. It's it hit like right here. But the thing about this video is that there's no clear depiction of who made the video or who it's targeting. But the messaging of this video is what's incredible. Every Russian channel everywhere has been publishing this video as a success of Russian technology, of Russian strategy, of they're saying that this is proof of a successful fundraiser. It's crazy what they've been doing with this video. That in the best case scenario, for Russia, in the best case scenario, I don't even know how to describe it. So there's three options. There's three options here. Option one is that Ukraine somehow captured this position, whether it's moving south like this or from the north like this. They somehow captured this position, and then Russia attacked it. And they're saying that this Russian attack is a great victory. So that's option one. Option two is Ukraine launched an attack and attacked this position with a drone. And then Russia stole that video somehow, because I've never seen anyone else publish this video. And then they said they stole it and said it was a victory, that they were attacking the Ukrainians. Or Russia attacked their own guys and said it was a victory. And I don't actually know which of these three options is worse. They all make Russia look so bad. And this is like the thing that they're like hanging their head on. It's crazy. So I don't know. What do you think is more likely here?
They attack their own position. That's can be easy as that.
You think? Okay. Exit, what do you think? Do you think they attacked themselves, or do you think Ukraine attacked them? Or
I mean, I would not put anything past the Russians at this point. But I don't know, man. That is fascinating is a good way to describe it. All of that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some of these claims that they've been making, because they're so absurd. They're like so over the top. So here's one. That's one. So they're just talking about how they're bragging about, their brigade attacking the Ukrainian Nazis. Just basic stuff. Um, Destroying a Ukrainian militant. Um, this is the. I think this is no. This was the original post. This one here, this first one is bragging. It doesn't. It's hard to tell from just this formatting, but this is actually bragging about a fundraiser that they did, because they ran a fundraiser to buy FPV drones, and then they posted a video of an FPV drone apparently attacking a Russian. It's just like, anyway. So that this is one story from today. Now there's a second story today that is a little bit more frustrating and a little bit more nuanced, I guess. But this dam in Karlivka, this dam right here, was destroyed today. It was apparently destroyed by a bomb, most likely. Here's a video. It may have been a missile, but I think it's more likely to have been a bomb. A glide bomb. The bridge is heavily damaged, and by heavily, I mean it doesn't exist anymore. The dam is totally burst, and is causing pretty massive flooding. So this video, I'm gonna pause it real quick. It is approaching from this direction, from the north. So you see massive flooding. This is a pretty big reservoir. The bridge is the dam is basically gone.
Holy heck.
It's just gone. So the importance of this bridge, well, just talking about the bridge quickly. The bridge itself, it feeds these basically these frontline towns. Both supplies and military equipment, and other military value as well. It's a bridge, so it was an important bridge feeding these frontline towns. So basically, so it's 6 miles behind the front line, whatever that is in kilometers. So now whatever road to get here is going to be significantly longer and slower, because this was a highway, and all of these other roads are like side roads and farm roads and stuff. So that's one impact, is this road. But unfortunately, that's kind of the lesser of the impacts. Now, one thing that's really important to keep in mind right now is that it has been raining a lot, and Donetsk. Originally, the weather reports were that Polohi and Bilmak were gonna get most of the rain, but the weather didn't like that report, so the weather changed its mind and gave Donetsk all of the rain. So this area has been just got a lot of rain over the past 3 days. So now this dam is gone, and it is heavily flooding. It is flooded through a lot of these towns. I don't know exactly how far it's gone. I think it's gone at least to here, because these two towns were listed as being flooded already. So I think it's flooded at least to here. So we're getting really close to Krakow. So we're getting really close. Now this town, or this reservoir, is important because it itself has a dam, and this dam feeds into the Vavcha River, and this river runs parallel to these extremely important highways. Now, I guess we'll look at this in a different view. This is the topographic map. So here, right here, is where the dam broke. We have the flooding is roughly here at this point, and shortly, I imagine, or if it has not already happened, it will reach this reservoir. Now, this reservoir is going to be likely already full because first, we've had a lot of rain in the recent past, and then even more rain this week. So this reservoir is likely full. It's close to it. And now you are going to have a ton of flood water coming in. The only way to deal with this without basically blowing up the dam is to, like destroying the dam, is to relieve the pressure by letting water out. And this water is going to go downstream at some point. I don't know exactly how far it has to go down. I don't know how far it will end up going downstream, but unfortunately it doesn't have to go very far downstream because this right here, this highway, is really what's important to us. Now, to look at the other map, just to kind of measure the distances here, it's about 7-8 miles. So if this area gets flooded, it's going to be bad news. It's going to be bad news. Obviously it depends on the extent of flooding and exactly how bad everything gets. But the purpose that I can tell of blowing this dam was to flood these towns. And flooding these towns, it hinders travel to Vuhledar. Vuhledar, Konstantinivka, and all these other areas. So this seems to be the primary purpose of this destroyed dam in Karlivka.
So it looked like the two edges of the dam were still fairly intact. Could they use bridging equipment to go over that?
Probably. Yeah, I think the bridge, the lost bridge, I don't think, in the short term, it's not good. But in the medium to long term, Ukraine will figure out a way to cross, whether they're going to repair it somehow, whether there are some other points kind of further downstream where it seems like they could build a more substantial earthworks type bridge if they wanted to. So there's lots of options for crossing this river. So this is not so much the issue. It's a temporary problem losing this road, but this mass flooding issue is more of a problem, I think, because it makes this whole area more vulnerable. And also it will force Ukraine to somehow avoid this area, which is all of the highways. Just all of the highways go through this. It's really not good. So they're going to have to avoid these highways. They're going to have to detour somewhere, and wherever they detour is going to become a target of Russian attack. And the same is true with Karlivka. But ultimately, like just being realistic, Karlivka is only feeding a few small towns that they're on the front line and they're important, but it's still only a few. Whereas this highway is feeding like a huge, like a relatively like huge area. Like,
Mhm.
so
Sorry, I'm quiet just because I'm like visualizing where all that water is going to go. And yeah, you're right. Like if it's raining already, that means all of the land is already kind of like waterlogged. So it's not going to suck any extra water in.
yeah, because this area is, from what I've seen, they got like multiple centimeters of rain in the past like 2 days. So it's been like quite a bit of rain in a relatively short amount of time, and now there's a flood coming through. So it's just not great. So that's kind of the damn news that I have. I don't really know what else to talk about. It's not really positive. Uh, Here, I'm gonna try to get that video that Constantine sent me. Oh, I think it'll work now. I think it'll work.
Make sure you play it
So-
with music.
It will, but I have to. The original. Anyway, doesn't matter. Open with.
So eventually this would all end up south of Zaporizhzhia in that reservoir there.
I don't know where it will end up going eventually. I have a feeling that like the flooding isn't gonna go that far, but it doesn't really have to go that far. Because it only has to get to here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Okay, Constantine, do you want to introduce your video?
Yeah, so this is a video from north of Bakhmut, north flank of Bakhmut. And it just shows how much Russians like each other and help each other in the hard times.
Okay.
You hear the music on the street?
Oh no. You just ditched them.
It's just like how he casually. There is another one. Let me show you another one. But it's like what happened before. Unfortunately, they did not film exactly when they met. But this dude was crawling there for quite some time. Let me show this. 1 second. Yeah, I got it. So, Andrew. This one does not have music, but it shows what happened before. But the moment how they met is not there, unfortunately. I'm sending you it over the Telegram. It's only 9 megabytes. It's loading right now.
Okay.
I don't know why it's going so slow. It's 5 megabytes, 6 megabytes, 7 megabytes, 8 megabytes. It's gonna be finished in just a minute. Yeah, now it's finished.
This guy Jimmy James, he's it's a GIF. You sent me a GIF.
It's well, I don't know.
That's why it took so long. Russian vehicles are single use like a burner phone. Is it? Guys, do you think of Russian vehicles as a burner phone?
What Russian troops and vehicles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, these there's a video the other day of the Russian stealing a watch from like his dead friend.
Yeah, I've seen this. Well, he's dead. He doesn't need it.
So rude, though. Anyways, so I really don't got much more news to talk about. There's honestly not much has happened lately. This dam exploding is really kind of the biggest story. I think they clearly timed the destruction of this dam with the rain. Their goal is to create this domino effect of flooding. How well it works out, I don't know. I'm not like a hydrologist. I was looking at these reservoirs, and I'm pretty sure this southern reservoir is pretty full, and I don't think another giant reservoir emptying into it is going to make it very happy. The water has to go somewhere, and that's the only place it can go is an incredibly important highway that Ukraine is using to supply a huge amount of its forces. So that's kind of the biggest news right now. I guess we'll see what actually happens in the future, in the next few weeks. What the result is. The bridge itself is unfortunate, especially in the short term. They're going to need
But
other
can
ways
they,
around.
not fix it, but rather, just stop from flooding, like put the gravel, sand, and
I'm
you know,
I'm
s-
sh- I'm sure that's a goal. I well, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that's would be the number one goal is to stop the is to plug the hole. But I just don't know if they can. I don't like I don't know. I'm not a dam repairman. I don't know. Uh, it seems like it might be easier said than done. I don't know.
no, it's definitely not an easy operation. I'm not saying that it's easy. Just saying that it may be done.
In some of the bigger floods that I've seen, the only way that they've kind of stopped something like that that has that much flow, sorry, my dog is drinking in the background and excessively loud, but anyways, um, is to like put vehicles in there to try and slow the flow down because they couldn't, depending on how big the hole is, they might actually get caught there, and then you can try and put something else around it to actually,
Like vehicles, dump trucks or something.
or like a bus or something like that that's like actually big enough to take up space to slow the actual water flow down. Because if you just try and put sand or gravel or something like that in there, it'll just get washed away down the river because the water flow is so fast right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, there has to be some way to. I guess the other strategy would be to wait for it to flood a certain amount and then fill it. But
Yeah, that can be strategy, like to just until at some point the stream may just, I'm not saying disappear, but just become much smaller, much weaker, and then you can do something.
but this
Yeah, and like Andrew said, I'm sure there's like way more brilliant ideas. I That's just something that I
There is
thought like
nothing. There is nothing more brilliant than us.
yeah,
I think it was
I
the
just imagine.
Australian farmers that I saw doing the vehicle thing. I can't remember where, but it was like some old farm guy was like trying to stop a dam, and I was like, I don't know if I approve of that message, but it looks like it might be working.
It's like I imagine you have to throw something big in there. What the big thing is, I don't know. Like I always imagine like in my head that like if you tied together like a bunch of those like really gigantic pipes, like the kind that you like make like culverts out of, like those really giant pipes, and just gonna like throw them in there. Like I don't know. That's kind of what I think of in my head.
Maybe some huge rocks as well.
But anyways, I'm sure they'll do something.
The best they can.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the stream people are laughing at us right now. And
Yeah, you just like just plug the hole in. Stupid nerd, just plug the hole, obviously.
The Band-Aid.
But it's just like the craziness is just how there's just nothing left. There's like everything is gone. Like the whole bridge, like the whole dam is just it was like it was kind of like vaporized kind of so
I'm singing that song with the what was the name of that song? I keep forgetting. Time to say goodbye.
yeah. There we go. That's the bridge or dam. Yikes. So anyway, that's that. That's the news. All right. See you, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for letting me join. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming. All right. So we'll see you next time on Tuesday. Maybe more news will happen between then and now.